To discuss the fundamental key issues of the development of our country, we are gathering in such a composition. You know that the Security Council of Belarus can take any questions in our country to the solution and execution. But today and yesterday, and in the future, we will pay the main attention to the military and defense security of our state. I will not go deep into the problem of militarization of Western countries, especially the states that are close to us, with which we border. In general, you know this topic well, but we cannot help but see this very mobilization and militarization. Poland, Germany, other states, even small ones, with which we border, not only increase their military budgets, but also try to increase the army by about twice. A simple earthly question arises. If someone does something, it means that he needs it for something. And these countries will not just spend huge money on, as they say, the confrontation between Russia and Belarus. You know, we create such global problems for them that they need to spend billions of dollars on arms and the expansion of the army. We are not going to attack anyone. We have enough of everything. I know Russia's position, but we need to justify these expenses in some way. At a time when people are poor and their families are closed, in hospitals, when there is not enough money for education, when utility services are growing, when electricity is cut off. As far as I know, some countries are already trying to dismantle railways to break relations with us and Russia. But this is beyond the limit. The question arises whether they go to a psychiatrist or not. Well, if you don't want to come to us on the railway from us, if you don't want people to go, let this railway stand. It does not interfere with anyone. No, it needs to be dismantled. I remember a case in the CIS when the former president of Uzbekistan ordered to dismantle the railway to Tajikistan and plant a village there. Well, in a week, the current president, he was the prime minister, dismantled the railway. Just recently, they built this railway again and are cooperating with Tajikistan. This question immediately comes to my mind. Well, they probably want this. What is happening now is relevant to us. I want you to think about it. I am concerned about this issue. All these balloons, cigarettes, and other things that are flying from Lithuania to Lithuania. This is not for nothing. During this time, as specialists reported to me, the issue has been worked out seriously, right up to the pilots of civil aviation. And what the Lithuanians are proposing to us today, this is impossible, this is unrealistic. Even if these balloons, as they say, 200, well, now it seems to be 20 or 50, fly in there. If they even flew, I talked to the pilots, they say this is not a problem. That is, the problem begins to be imposed. The problem begins to be politicized. Why the question arises, do they really want to fight? We do not need war. I am sure that the Lithuanian people also do not need war, like the Poles, Latvians, and Estonians. Well, we have fought enough. We have already lost so many people, still a generation alive, who have seen this war. We do not need war. They begin to shout violently about these cars that were lying on the side of the road when they closed the border. Well, if they are lying on the side of the road, maybe it is normal in Lithuania, but it is unacceptable here. We place these cars in parking lots, we guard them so that no one gets into these cars, so that the cargo is saved. If it is necessary, the damaged cargo can be sold in Belarus. We are ready to buy it, to pay money for this cargo. We provide drivers with these cars, we feed them, bathe them, wash them, clean them, smooth them. We do everything to make it normal. And they begin to mousetrap. They stick their heads out from under the carpets or under the plinths. Give us these cars. Please, take them, but give us back 20 or 17 cars that you stole, that you delivered fire trucks to Zimbabwe. Normalize the work of our sanatorium. where we treated the children of Chernobyl. They actually took away the sanatorium from the children and give us back the money for the fact that we built a port there. Therefore, there is no need to shout and make noise here. There is no need to attract Americans, Russians, or Ukrainians here. This number will not pass. This topic lies in the plane of our negotiations and our agreements. If you want normal relations, let's build these normal relations. In all directions, we are ready for this. If they put this problem on us, throw the ball to our side, it will not work. I will say it again. I am immersed in this problem and I am most concerned. Why are they doing this? You can't say that they are fools. Many smart people are thinking about it. If they are trying to start some kind of conflict here, it is unlikely that they will succeed. We will always agree with the people of Lithuania, as with the Poles. These are our people. And if you want normal relations, sit down at the negotiating table and discuss these problems. We are ready for this. There are no other options, and it is unlikely that there will be. The situation on the Belarusian-Ukrainian border has stabilized more or less, although there are problems above the roof. Yesterday, our chief border guard reported to me that there are many issues that need to be resolved in a mobilization order. We need to build a border that is abandoned by Ukraine. We need to build outposts and armed border guards. Moreover, we have to deploy armed forces for border guards in the second line. Of course, this distracts not only our attention, but also certain means. Therefore, we see what is happening around. And today, we need to update our defense. Well, maybe not a doctrine, but our defense actions, so that everyone can see, and above all our people, that we are ready to defend every inch of our land. I must say that despite the negotiations that are being held in Ukraine, and we welcome them, no matter how much they try to lower Trump's role here, he is doing a good job in this regard. His statement yesterday will not pass by the people. He wants to stop the war, as he says, so that people do not die. You can talk about this and say whatever you want, but what can you say against what the Americans are doing today? Well, you see what forces are trying to torpedo. Even American proposals are trying to torpedo the peace treaty with Ukraine. But I say that even if we manage to establish peace today or tomorrow in Ukraine, it will not make it easier for us. We will be strangled even further. And I do not want to offend these states. I do not want to offend the people who are in the north and northwest. They demand something from us. And if we, in Belarus, created an alternative government and supported our fighters for independence, they create combat units there, they arm them. Remember, they did not go anywhere, and they call themselves regiments. Is this a joke? And they still make some claims to us. Well, they keep them. Let them keep them, if they have money. But if this is directed against our country, how should we react to this? We do not want war. We do not consider anyone our opponents or rivals. But nevertheless, we are preparing for this war so that it does not exist. This has been said 1,000 times, and we openly and decisively state this. Our interests are very simple. They do not extend beyond our borders. Everything is inside our state. And if we go somewhere, negotiate with someone, then this is not aimed against third countries. Here, in Asia and Africa, there is a big commando. We are not talking against third countries anywhere. We are negotiating with our partners in Algeria or Oman or African states. Today, we met with the Chinese and so on. Myanmar. They are strangling these countries and we are going to them with an open hand. The state, people, the authorities understand this perfectly. And they are ready to build good relations with us, not to mention our neighbors. Well, they have chosen this path. And I think that the Americans will come here and put pressure on me, or some other Europeans. Listen, we have completely rebuilt ourselves. And if we move and work more actively in the economy, starting from the Vitebsk region and ending with the Gomel region, we will not have any problems at all. We are waiting for us in many corners of the planet, with our technologies, with our goods. Therefore, if we improve our quality a little bit, although no one is putting any quality claims on us, we still need to work on the quality. We will not have any competitors, because we are not colonialists. We are going to Africa in order to help with technologies. We have the appropriate equipment for these technologies. We are a machine-building country. We have a well-developed agriculture. In the same Kenya, today, we are ready to develop oil fields. We are ready to join. We have specialists who know how to do this. Therefore, we always go with good. Once again, I emphasize, not to mention our neighbors. What prevented Lithuania from cooperating with us? We loaded their ports. 30% of the budget was formed in Lithuania, at least due to the flow of our goods. What else was missing? What made us angry? Therefore, we consider defense and security as the most important areas. Therefore, the issue of returning nuclear weapons was raised, which we did. About the deployment of the most modern complexes of Russian production on combat duty. We have a complete understanding and support of Russia. Therefore, we are together and will try to protect our country. We are not going to attack anyone. This is not our topic. Enough of fighting.